Welcome to World Rare Coins. If you've ever wondered what rare treasures could be hiding in your change jar, you're in the right place. From valuable pennies to forgotten silver dollars, we uncover the stories, secrets, and surprising values of America's rarest coins. Top 1 today, we're going on a thrilling journey into the world of the 1999 Pennsylvania State Quarter, a coin that, for some, is just spare change, but for others, has turned into a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. This coin could be sitting right now in your pocket, your coin jar, or hiding at the bottom of your old drawer. But here's the twist, not all Pennsylvania quarters are created equal. Some of them are extremely rare, carry unique minting flaws, and have been sold for eye-watering prices. You'll want to listen very carefully, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, and just how valuable one of these rare quarters can be. Let's begin with a little background. In 1999, the United States Mint launched a new and historic coin program, the 50 State Quarters program. Each state would be honored with its own specially designed quarter, and the first ones released would change American coin collecting forever. Pennsylvania was the second state quarter ever released, and it features a powerful and symbolic design. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll see the Commonwealth statue, which stands tall in front of the outline of the state, holding a ribbon and a staff, representing wisdom and justice. Just beneath it, you'll spot the state's founding year, 1787, and the word virtue, liberty, independence. All this was packed into a quarter to honor Pennsylvania's role as one of the original 13 colonies and the birthplace of American democracy. Millions of these coins were minted, both in Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, marked with a D. But despite the massive production, a small number of these coins have something very different, something that makes them stand out: rare minting errors. And it's these tiny mistakes that turn a 25-cent coin into a piece worth thousands. Let's dive into what makes the 1999 Pennsylvania quarter so incredibly special to collectors. First up is one of the most talked about mistakes: the off-center strike. This error happens when the blank planchet, the metal disc used to strike the coin, is not properly aligned inside the press. The result? The design appears shifted, sometimes drastically, leaving parts of the image cut off or misaligned. If the date is still visible and the misalignment is large, these quarters are extremely valuable. Next, we have the double die error. This occurs when the coin's design is imprinted more than once during the minting process, slightly offset. Look closely at the letters, especially Pennsylvania, E pluribus unum, and the numbers in the date. If you see any doubling or shadowing, you could be holding a rare variety that collectors are desperate to find. Another error to watch for is the clip planchet, when a small piece of the coin's edge appears missing or curved due to a defect in the cutting process. These look like a bite was taken out of the coin, and they're not just odd, they're valuable. And let's not forget die cracks and cuts. These are raised lines or blobs of extra metal on the surface, caused by worn or damaged dies. Some collectors prize these errors because each one is unique, like a fingerprint on the coin. Then there's the ultra-rare wrong planchet error, when a Pennsylvania quarter is accidentally struck on a blank mint for a foreign coin or a different U.S. denomination. These coins are the wrong weight, sometimes smaller or oddly colored. If you come across one of these, stop everything and get it authenticated. It could change your life. But even without any dramatic errors, condition alone can add serious value. A 1999 Pennsylvania quarter that has never been circulated, graded MS 67 or higher, with full, brilliant luster and zero blemishes, is already desirable. Combine that with a rare error, and you've got something truly incredible. Now comes the question everyone wants to know: how much can one of these rare 1999 Pennsylvania quarters actually be worth? Well, brace yourself. Because one of these special coins, with the right minting error and in pristine condition, has been valued at a staggering $86,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. $86,000 for a single quarter. Just imagine, it's smaller than the palm of your hand, yet it holds more value than most people's yearly salary. That's the magic of coin collecting. That's the thrill that drives people to flip every coin, check every date, inspect every detail, because you never know what's hiding in plain sight. Don't dismiss that Pennsylvania quarter you find in your change. Flip it over. Check the edges. Study the details. Because your next great discovery could be worth far more than just 25 cents. Top 2, we're talking about the 2020 Salt River Bay State Quarter, a coin that's not just part of your change, but possibly a piece of treasure hiding in plain sight. grab your magnifying glasses and listen closely, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and why one of these coins could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. Let's start with the design. The Salt River Bay Quarter was released in 2020 as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program. This coin honors the Salt River Bay National Historical Park and Ecological Preserve in the U.S. Virgin Islands. It features an absolutely stunning image, a red mangrove tree emerging from the water, symbolizing growth, life, and nature's resilience. This design is more than just art. It's a tribute to a protected area rich in archaeological and ecological history. But what makes this quarter go from collectible to incredibly valuable? Errors. Rare ones. Let's break it down. Point one of the most talked about mistakes found in some Salt River Bay quarters is the struck-through error. This happens when a foreign object, like a piece of fabric, metal shaving, or grease, gets between the die and the planchet during minting. The result? A coin with mysterious marks, lines, or indentations that are completely unintentional but highly prized by collectors. Another major error is the off-center strike. This occurs when the coin isn't properly aligned during production, causing part of the design to be missing. The more dramatic the shift, and the more visible the date, the more collectors are willing to pay. There are also double die errors, which happen when the coin is struck more than once with slight misalignment. This results in noticeable doubling of the letters, numbers, or design elements, especially on words like United States of America, In God We Trust, or even the intricate details of the mangrove tree. These are often hard to spot without magnification, but when found, they're like finding gold in copper. Some coins may show die chips, raised bumps, or blobs of extra metal caused by a cracked die. These small imperfections make each coin unique. And as we always say in the collector world, the rarer, the better. A few extremely rare Salt River Bay quarters have been discovered with wrong planchet errors, meaning they were accidentally struck on a blank intended for another coin, like a dime or a foreign coin. These are wildly sought after and can skyrocket in value if authenticated. But let's not forget about condition. Even without visible errors, a Salt River Bay quarter in perfect, uncirculated condition, we're talking about a grade of MS 67 or higher, can be worth much more than its face value. Combine flawless condition with a major minting error? That's when you strike real money. So now, the question everyone's been waiting for. How much could a 2020 Salt River Bay quarter actually be worth? Here's the moment of truth. A rare, error-filled, and beautifully preserved Salt River Bay quarter has been known to reach a jaw-dropping value of $91,000. Yes, you heard that right. $91,000 for a 25-cent coin. That's the thrill of coin collecting. A simple, everyday object, something you might overlook in your pocket, could be the key to your next big discovery. So start checking your quarters. Look closely at every 2020 coin you find. You never know when one might turn out to be that rare treasure hiding in plain sight. Top 3, we're turning our attention to a quarter that celebrates a turning point in American history, the 2015 Saratoga State Quarter. This coin might seem like just another piece of change, but in the right condition, and with the right kind of minting error, it could be worth a life-changing amount of money. So don't blink, and definitely listen carefully, because this is a coin you'll want to check your collection for as soon as this video ends. Let's start with the design. Released in 2015 as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program. The Saratoga Quarter commemorates the Saratoga National Historical Park in New York. The reverse side of the coin features a powerful image, a sword being surrendered from a British general to an American officer, symbolizing the British surrender at the Battle of Saratoga in 1777. This was a major victory for the colonies during the American Revolution and is often called the turning point of the war. This design isn't just artistic, it's a tribute to sacrifice, strategy, and the spirit of freedom. And as beautiful as the coin is, it becomes even more exciting when you learn that some of these coins were minted with extremely rare errors, turning them into high-value collectibles. Let's talk about those errors and why they matter so much. Point one of the most desirable mistakes found in some 2015 Saratoga quarters is the double die error. This happens when the coin is struck more than once with slight shifts, creating a doubled effect on the lettering or design. Check closely around words like Saratoga, New York, or E pluribus unum. If the letters appear shadowed or layered, you might be holding something truly rare. Another valuable variety is the off-center strike. This occurs when the coin blank isn't properly aligned during the minting process. The result? A design that's pushed to one side, sometimes leaving part of the coin blank. The more off-center, and the more readable the date, the more valuable the quarter. You'll also want to be on the lookout for clipped planchet errors. These are quarters that appear to have a small curved section missing from the edge. It might look like a bite was taken out of the coin, but that's not damage, it's a rare minting flaw. And it adds serious value. Another big one, struck-through errors. This happens when something gets between the die and the coin blank, like grease, thread, or even small debris, leaving odd textures or blank areas on the coin's surface. These coins are completely unique, and collectors go crazy for them. Let's not forget die cracks, die chips, and cuts, raised bumps or lines on the coin caused by damage or wear to the dies themselves. These might seem small, but they make your coin stand out in the collector world. And while we're on the topic of value, don't underestimate the power of condition. A 2015 Saratoga quarter that has never been circulated and remains in mint state condition, we're talking MS 67 or higher, is already sought after. Pair that with a dramatic error, and your quarter could go from pocket change to serious investment. So, what does this all add up to? Now comes the part you've been waiting for. If you happen to own a 2015 Saratoga quarter that features one of these rare minting errors, and it's in pristine, uncirculated condition, your coin could be worth an astonishing $83,000. Yes, you heard that right. $83,000 for a single quarter. That's the magic of numismatics. That's why collectors, coin lovers, and treasure hunters like you and me keep searching. Because sometimes, what looks like an ordinary coin is anything but. So the next time you're going through your spare change or checking a roll of quarters, keep your eyes sharp. Because your very own Saratoga quarter might just be worth more than you ever imagined. Top 4, we're talking about the 2014 Shenandoah State Quarter, a coin that represents natural beauty, American heritage, and, if you're lucky, a rare minting error that can turn it into a collector's dream worth thousands. So whether you're a casual collector, a serious numismatist, or someone who simply loves a good mystery hiding in plain sight, stay with me, because this is a story of nature, craftsmanship, and surprise value that you don't want to miss. Let's begin with the coin itself. The Shenandoah Quarter was released in 2014 as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which honored national parks and historic sites across the United States. Shenandoah National Park, located in Virginia, is celebrated for its breathtaking mountain views, peaceful trails, and natural beauty stretching along the famous Skyline Drive. On the back of this quarter, you'll see an image of a hiker standing on Little Stony Man Cliffs, looking out over the Blue Ridge Mountains. It's a moment frozen in metal, calm, proud, and distinctly American. But some of these coins carry unexpected errors that make them worth more than their weight in copper and nickel. Let's talk about those rare features, because this is what could make your Shenandoah quarter worth a fortune. First, keep an eye out for the double die error. This happens during minting when the design is impressed onto the coin twice, slightly off alignment. The result is doubled letters, numbers, or lines, especially noticeable in the inscriptions like Shenandoah, Virginia, or E Pluribus Unum. These doubling effects are highly sought after and can increase the coin's value dramatically. Next, we have the off-center strike. If the coin wasn't perfectly aligned in the press, the design may appear pushed to one side or partially missing. The more off-center it is, and the more complete the date, the more valuable it becomes. Then there's the struck-through error, which happens when debris or grease gets between the die and the coin blank. This can cause missing design elements or strange textures that make each error coin completely unique. Let's not forget about die cracks and die chips. These small flaws create raised lines, bumps, or blobs of extra metal on the coin's surface, caused by damaged or overused dies. These imperfections, when visible and well-placed, can turn a standard quarter into a collector's prize. You should also be on the lookout for the wrong planchet strike. When a quarter is accidentally minted on a blank mint for another denomination or even a foreign coin. These errors are incredibly rare, but if you find one, it could be worth a small fortune. And of course, condition matters. A 2014 Shenandoah quarter in mint state condition, with no signs of wear and full original luster, can fetch a high price on its own. Combine perfect condition with one of the above errors, and you've got something truly special. Now let's get to the exciting part. How much could one of these rare Shenandoah quarters actually be worth? Well, if you've got a 2014 Shenandoah quarter that features a prominent minting error, especially a double die or off-center strike, and it's in pristine condition, your coin could be worth a jaw-dropping $90,000. Yes, you heard that right. $90,000 for a single 25-cent coin. It's not just a piece of change. It's a hidden gem, a collector's treasure, and maybe, just maybe, the most valuable coin you'll ever come across in your lifetime. So, go check those jars, coin rolls, and pocket stashes. You never know what might be waiting for you. One look could turn your ordinary quarter into something truly extraordinary. Top 5. We're heading down south to explore a quarter that celebrates one of America's boldest and most iconic states, Texas. But this isn't just a shout-out to the Lone Star State, because the 2004 Texas state quarter you might have in your pocket could be worth far more than just 25 cents. Yes, this coin is much more than just another state quarter. Under the right conditions, with the right minting error or quality, it could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. And in today's video, I'm going to explain exactly why and what to look for if you think you might have one of these valuable beauties. So sit tight, listen carefully, and by the end of this video, you'll know whether your Texas quarter is just pocket change or a hidden fortune. Let's start with the design. Released in 2004 as part of the 50 State Quarters program, the Texas State Quarter features a bold outline of the state, the Lone Star symbol front and center, and a lariat rope circling the entire design. It's a powerful symbol of independence, pride, and Texas' legendary history as both a republic and one of the largest U.S. states. The coin was minted at both Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, marked with AD facilities. And while millions were produced, only a tiny fraction have become valuable treasures. The difference? Rarity, condition, and minting errors. Now let's break down the exciting part. What kinds of mint errors make a Texas quarter so special? First up, one of the most valuable and highly sought-after mistakes, the double die error. This error occurs when the coin's design is struck twice, ever so slightly misaligned. On a Texas quarter, you might notice this around the inscriptions like Texas 1845 or E pluribus unum. If the letters or numbers appear shadowed or slightly doubled, congratulations, you could be looking at a high-value variety. Another key error is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin blank isn't aligned properly in the minting press. The result is a coin with the design pushed to one side, sometimes leaving a blank crescent of metal. The more off-center the strike, and if the date remains fully visible, the more valuable the coin becomes. There's also the struck-through error, which occurs when a foreign object, like grease, thread, or debris, gets between the die and the coin during minting. This can lead to strange textures, missing design elements, or smooth blank areas on the coin surface. Then there's the rare and fascinating clipped planchet error. This happens when the metal blank itself is improperly cut, resulting in a coin that appears to have a chunk missing from its edge. It might look like damage, but to collectors, it's a golden opportunity. You might even come across a Texas quarter struck on the wrong planchet, meaning the coin was accidentally made on a blank intended for another denomination, like a dime or foreign coin. These types of errors are exceptionally rare, and when confirmed by a grading authority, they become highly valuable in the collector's market. But remember, it's not just the error that matters. Condition is king. If you've got a Texas quarter in mint state condition,